Good morning, everybody. This is lecture number 3 of FIBSc, paper 2, physics, principles and application, and name of the chapter is physics of polymerase. It is third lecture here. Now, last time we saw here what is the ionic bond, what is the covalent bond. Then today we have to see here van der Waals bond here. So first we saw here what is ionic bond. Then we saw here what is covalent bond. Now here these two bonds are chemical bond here, and third is today we have to see what is van der Waals bond here. Now van der Waals bonds will be here. Now last time we saw here ionic bond and covalent bond are very strong bond here. Its bond energy is near about 1 electron volt to near about 5 electron volt here. It is nothing but the bond energy of the ionic bond and the covalent bond here. Van der Waals bonds are very weak bond here. Its bond energy it is near about, it is less than 0.1 electron volt or less than that of the 0.1 electron volt here. So these are the van der Waals bond here. So how van der Waals bond are formed here, that we have to see here. Now here just we saw here what is van der Waals bond here. Van der Waals bonds are very weak here. Their bond energy is very small here, and they are attractive only within their neighbors here. Now they are attractive within the polar molecules and non-polar molecules here. So we must know here what is polar molecule here, what is dipole moment here. So first we must know here what is dipole here. Now here what is dipole? It is very simple here. Two equal and opposite charges separated by finite distance d here. So it is called a dipole here. It forward dipole. It is very simple here. So two equal and opposite charges. Suppose here Q1 is the charge here, and it here Q2 is the charge here. If Q1 is equal to 2.5 microcoulomb, then Q2 must be minus 2.5 microcoulomb here. So here they form a dipole. They form a dipole here. If suppose here if Q1 is equal to 0.2 microcoulomb, then Q2 must be minus 0.2 microcoulomb here. So if two equal and opposite charges form two equal and opposite charges separated by some finite distance d here, it is called the dipole here. Now it is required for the definition of the van der Waals bond here. Now then what happens here? Then it is your dipole here. Then what is dipole moment here? Now remember here, it is the part of the electromagnetics here, but it is applicable in this article also here. What is dipole here? So we know that here two equal and opposite charges separated by some finite distance d here, it is why they form a dipole here. Dipole moment it is generated by small p here. It is the product of the magnitude of the other charge and the distance between them here. So P is equal to Q into D. It is nothing but the dipole moment here. So it is the product of the magnitude of the other charge and the distance between them here. It is called the dipole. It is called the dipole moment here. It is not simply coulomb per coulomb meter here. It is nothing but the unit of that here. So leave that here. So then what happens here? Then we must know here what is polar molecule here. Okay, now what is polar molecule here? Remember here, van der Waals bond are applicable for the polar molecules here. When two polar molecules are come together here, they form a dipole here. So we must know here what is dipole, what is dipole moment, what is the polar molecule here. So in this case here, if the center of gravity of positive charge and the center of gravity of negative charge are separated by some finite distance d here, so they form a polar molecule here. So this is the center of gravity of positive charge and negative charge separated by some finite distance d here, they are the polar molecule here. Then what is non-polar molecule here? What is non-polar molecule here? If the center of gravity of positive and negative charge are overlap on each other here, now they are the non-polar molecule here. Now then what we have to do here? We have to correlate this with the dipole here. So what is dipole here? What is dipole here? Dipole means here two equal and opposite charges separated by some, it is your Q1 and it is your Q2 and D is the distance between them here. Two equal and opposite charges separated by some finite distance D here, they form a dipole here. Now here, what is polar molecule here? In the polar molecule here, the center of gravity of positive charge and the center of gravity of negative charge are separated by some finite distance d here. So they form a so here we make one statement that here the polar molecule have a permanent electric dipole here. Okay, so permanent electric dipole moment also here we can say that here. So in this case here, in the center of gravity of positive charge and the center of gravity of negative charge are separated by some finite distance d here. They form a polar molecule here. Then what is dipole here? If two equal and opposite charges separated by some finite distance d here, they form a dipole here. And what is dipole moment? Dipole moment is it is nothing but it is the definition of the dipole moment is the product of the magnitude of the either charge and the distance between them here. It is nothing but the dipole moment here. So we make one statement that here polar molecule have permanent electric dipole moment here. So how it is related with each other? It is very interesting that here what is polar molecule? In the center of gravity of positive and negative charges are separated by some finite distance d here. And what is dipole? Dipole means here two equal and opposite charges separated by some finite distance d here. It is they form a dipole here. And what is dipole moment here? Dipole moment is defined as it is the product of the magnitude of the either charge and the distance between them here. So coulomb meter it is the unit of the dipole moment here. So we make one statement that here polar molecule have permanent electric dipole moment here. Now what about the hot bond here? So see here. And what is non-polar molecule here? If the center of gravity of positive and the center of gravity of negative charges are overlap on each other, now they are known as non-polar molecule here. So then what is hot bond here? So this is the positive and negative here. It is positive and negative. These are the polar molecule here. So here plus this is again the polar molecule here. It is positive and negative here. So what happens here? They form. So here in this case here we are writing this here. It is positive, negative, negative, positive here. So in this case here polar molecule. So here these dipole bond are attractive only within their neighbors here. So here this is nothing but van der Waals here. So van der Waals are formed within the polar molecules here. So polar molecule here. Van der Waals bonds are also formed in between the polar and non-polar molecules also here. So here it is the polar molecule. It is polar and plus non-polar molecule here, plus positive negative here. So in this case here we get this here plus minus. And in this case here, positive and negative charges are separated from each other here. So in this case here, these are the hot bond here. So here its body area is very small here. It is 0.1 electron volt or it is less than that of that here. So here van der Waals bonds are very weak. They are attractive within their neighbors here. Its bond energy is very small here. But ionic bond and covalent bond are very strong here. Its bond energy is 1 electron volt to 5 electron volt here. So here these are the van der Waals bonds here. They are attractive only within their neighbors here. Now within a very short time here we can see that what is the metallic bond here. So now here, as compared to the ionic bond and covalent bond here, they are very good bond here. Metallic bonds are also very weak here. So van der Waals bonds are weak, metallic bonds are weak here. Metallic bonds are formed due to sharing of the valence electron here. So we know that here in case of metal here there are so many valence electrons here, and except the valence electrons here, other electrons are very strong here. Now these are the metallic bond here. So here we can say that here metallic bonds are formed by the sharing of the valence electron here, and there are so many valence electrons are available in case of metal here. Now what are the properties of valence band here? Now here for example we can see that here nickel, sodium. So here these are the sodium, potassium. So sodium, potassium, and here suppose it is your lithium here. So these are called the their melting point and boiling points are very small here. They are known as the lower limit metallic bond here. So another here, so tungsten here, tungsten, molybdenum. So here they are falls in the upper limit here. Their melting point and boiling points are very high here. So here these are the some properties of the metallic bond here. Now here due to large number of free valence electrons are available in this metal here, they are good conductor of heat and electricity here. And last is nothing but the metallic solids are soft, ductile and malleable here. So here these are the properties of the metallic bond here. Just here thus we saw here what is ionic bond, what is covalent bond. These are the very strong bonds here. Then we saw here what is the van der Waals bond here. Then we saw here what is the metallic bond here. Next to that we have to see here. Now here rotational spectra. And vibrational spectra here. Now just we have to start the rotational spectra here. Now suppose here, suppose this is the body here. So here, suppose this is body here. Suppose first, we are going to take this rotational spectra in the next lecture here. In the fourth lecture here, first we must know here what is the moment of inertia. Suppose here, this is the rigid body. We know that here. Now this body is rotating upon an axis passing through its original here. So here this is nothing but it is your angular velocity omega here, and this is passing through its center here. Now here we know here this body is made up of a large number of particles here, 1, 2, 3, 4, so on here. So here we can say this is the first particle which is at distance r1 from the axis of rotation here. This body is at distance r2 from the axis of rotation here. Similarly, this last particle it is rn from the axis of rotation here. Mass of the first particle is m1, mass of the second particle is m2, and mass of the nth particle is nothing but mn here. So then what is moment of inertia? Moment of inertia I is equal to summation of mi into ri square here, where summation of mi, so where I runs from 1 to n here, so summation of mi is equal to capital N here, so where I runs from 1 to n here. So in this case here we saw here this is one body here. So in the case of rotational spectra here, we know here moment of inertia I is equal to summation of mi into ri square here. In this case here we saw here only one body here. Now in that case here we have to see in the case of rotational spectra and vibrational spectra, we have to consider here there are two body problem here, and this two body problem can be converted into the single body problem here. And what is the reduced mass here? It is very important article from the point of examination also here. So rotational spectra and vibrational spectra that we have to take in the next lecture here. So have a good day. Bye.